Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Ro and I'm a writer from Argentina, and in today's video I'm gonna go through a little list of writer stereotypes and see how many boxes I check in, because yeah, why not? Well, in preparation for this, I'm gonna give you one stereotype that you can actually check in the boxes, because it's the I need glasses stereotype, because I do. I'm one of those writers, I'm one of those readers, I'm one of those people in the world who actually need glasses, because if not, my head hurts like a bitch. Okay, so the article that I'm taking these things from is Savvy Authors, which is an article, SavvyAuthors.com is the site that I'm taking it from, and it's 17 writer stereotypes written by Meg Latour. Meg Latour is a very big channel about books and publishing, and you know, Meg is actually awesome. You probably know her channel if you came across this video, and honestly she's awesome. And if you don't know her, go check her out, because she's truly great. That's all I've got to say. Okay, so writer stereotypes. Let's go with the first one. Writers are caffeine addicts. I have to say no to that. I have to say no to that. To that and to tea. I don't like either coffee or tea. I drink tea because I have no other choice, because I cannot live all of my life drinking nothing, so I do drink tea, but I don't like either coffee or tea. So I'm sort of like in the middle over there. It's kind of hard discussion to have, but well, okay. So the second stereotype is writers are grammar spelling police, and this I have to say, sort of, and mostly not. Let me tell you one thing. When it comes to my writing, I am a pain in the ass. I cannot write something incorrectly because I'm gonna die, especially, or I don't know if it happens in my writing, in my messages. Once I read that, for example, writers don't write messages in a way of being correct, like you only write correctly when you're writing your books, and that is not true. Every single one of my messages is super checked on everything. So every single one of my messages is checked through and through, you know. So that's me, and that happens also with my writing. But then if you make a mistake, I'm not gonna correct you, like not in the sense of, oh my god, I'm gonna treat you like you're bullshit or something like that. Like, I'm not a grammar Nazi, let's say it, that there's a term that goes through that, because I don't actually really care if you don't write correctly. It irks me, but I'm not gonna treat you badly because of it, which I've seen so many people do. Like, so many people make someone who makes people who don't have good grammar or something like that, and make them feel like they are less, and that's not right. Please don't do that. But yes, I am grammar and spelling police, at least for myself, because I cannot stand seeing something badly written. I cannot. Okay, so the third stereotype will be writers are hermits. Let's see. I don't know if there is a social stigma or antisocial or something like that, but it is one of those things that people just go around saying that writers are like very self-centered, and the only thing that they do is, you know, be around books and all of that. And I don't agree with it so much, because first of all, I like people. I don't like awful people, but I like people. So how would I say it? I am sort of a hermit because I like my life alone, but I really like to hang around people because I've got this thing, especially for my writing, is that you cannot write anything that makes the world justice if you don't go out and you meet people. I mean, like, I've seen so many people saying to people all the time that all you have to do to be a good writer is be an avid reader, and that is not true. What you need to do is go out and live your life and actually meet people and develop certain types of social, exchanges and a whole bunch of things that you actually need to understand how other people beside yourself behave. Because if you don't do that, then you end up with terrible characters that they don't feel real. That's what happens. So I will say half and half, because I like my time alone, but I also like going out and meeting people and meeting new people and just getting to know in general. So the fourth one is writers prefer cats to humans. I mean, writers are cat people. No, I will have to disagree on this one. I'm not a cat person. I don't like cats. I don't hate them because I think they're cute and all of that. But I have dogs, and I kind of, like, I don't check in that box. No, I mean, like, I like cats, but I wouldn't have cats. I don't know if it gets the point across. I like dogs better. I don't know. They have the same energy that I have. I'm very energetic, and my dogs are pretty much energetic, so it kind of helps me to have them around because, I get to spend a lot of my energy with them. So I'm more of a dog person. So yeah. Writers drink in excess. And I think that this means caffeine, but this is also goes towards alcohol. And I'm gonna say that I don't check into that box. No, I don't like alcohol. Actually, I despise it. It is a horrible thing. I studied chemistry, so I will know. I've never liked alcohol, and I'm probably never going to like it. I do have a drink once in a while, but it's like once a year, and it's mostly around Christmas. So I don't like anything. Actually, I don't like beer. I don't like the taste of it. I don't like wine. I don't like anything that has to do with alcohol because it tastes horrible. And I just cannot understand the people who actually want to be drunk all the time, because that has to be a horrible thing. So I'm gonna say no. I don't drink in excess, and least of all alcohol. No, I don't even like soda. I mean, like, I live drinking water. That's the only thing I drink. Truly. Oh my god, I'm so boring. No, I'm not boring. I'm healthy. I'm proud of myself. So the sixth stereotype we've got: writers are messy. I don't know. I don't think that I check in that box either, because I cannot sit down myself and do anything if my house is not clean first and everything is on place. I literally have to. I mean, like, I'm not in the kind of OCD, like, oh my god, yes, I need this in this specific way, or I don't know, that I just have to do it. But I like to work in an environment that allows me to not have to worry about other things, like, because I know that if I sit down and write and there's a mess around me, I'm going to be thinking, oh no, I have to do that, and I have to do that, and I have to do that, because it bothers me. So I cannot say that I am messy, because I make sure that everything is on place before I do anything that I like. And besides that, I am quite organized, because I don't know, I don't have lists. I'm not the kind of person that makes lists to say, oh my god, yes, you have to do this and you have to check in and all of that. But I like to know that things are put in place. So I cannot say that I am messy. Not at all. For this little part in here, we've got the writers are procrastinators. And I wouldn't know. I sort of am, but I don't like to procrastinate because I like to know that I do things. One thing that I am certain of is that I've got so many works in progress because I need to, but I don't ever go like, oh no, I'm gonna do that tomorrow because it's better to do tomorrow, because I feel like I have to do it now, and if I don't do it now, I'm not gonna do it. So I don't know, I tend to be so excited about the things that I want to do, but I just feel like, oh my god, yes, you've got to go in it, so I start everything. And I do not procrastinate. I mean, like, I did not pronounce that correctly. I think not. But okay, the thing is that I do not do that. Sometimes, like, say, I don't know, with study things that I think they are boring, with that it might be. But when it comes to writing, no, I cannot do that. It's like, no, I need to write it now. I've got the constant feeling of, the constant need actually, of writing and writing and writing. So this is a no for me. I don't check in that box either. This one of writers work on the stories at coffee shops. It would be so cool because it goes around with that thing I said before, that you have to go out in the world and actually meet people so you can write better. But I don't go to coffee shops because I don't drink coffee, so it wouldn't make sense for me to do that. And there are no coffee shops around here, and I actually like the quiet of my home so much more. So I'm gonna say no to that one. The ninth stereotype is the writers prefer the classics. No, I don't prefer the classics. I don't. No. I've actually read a few of the classics, but I don't consider them like, wow, they are the best thing that's ever happened, because they can be breaking down as well, and they actually have a lot of faults. So I wouldn't say that I prefer the classics, because I don't know what's a classic that I've read and actually loved. I think that it was The Picture of Dorian Gray. I think that's the only classic that I have read and loved, and that's it. I haven't read every single one of the classics. One of the classics was A Hobbit, for example, and I've never finished reading the book. I've never finished it. I have it like on half, but yeah, I'm a mess to finish reading some books that I do procrastinate in that. But no, I wouldn't say that I prefer the classics, as well as I wouldn't say that I prefer things that have been written now, because there's not, in my opinion, a kind of literature that is better to the other, because it depends on what the authors do, not on when it was written, but how they develop it. And some classics are not well developed, that's just it, as well as there are some contemporary works that are not well developed either. So no, I wouldn't say. We've got the next point, and it goes like, writers can write anything. And I do have to say that I check on this box. I know that there are some people who cannot write anything because they don't feel like they can jump from genres, but I can do it, and I'm gonna explain to you the reason why I can do it. Sometimes I am reading a book and I don't know, if it is interesting enough, I'm going to read it, and I'm gonna get angry because it's not well done, and then I just get the idea, I'm gonna teach them how it's done. So I write anything because of that, because I get angry on how other people write books and how they always write the same bullshit, and how it bothers me so much. And that's the reason why I actually can't write anything, because I get angry at people and I try to prove them wrong. That's basically how my life works. Yeah. So the next one is writers retaliate by writing about people. I think that so many people do this, but I don't particularly. I do write in the sense of saying, I'm gonna put my life in this, or I'm gonna base this character off myself because I need to go through this journey. I mean, like, that's what I did with Raven. She's me. And I needed to put her through a whole bunch of stuff because I needed to go through that stuff. But I don't write about people I hate or people I had a problem with. I actually say it to their face, so it's just gone and I don't have to immortalize them in my works. So, this next point is quite interesting. So writers experience writer's block all the time. No, I don't check into this box. I know that there's so many people that go through writer's block, and through all of these things. But my mind is constantly thinking about writing. And the only thing that I want to do most of the time is just put my stories on paper. And I always know what I want to do. Even if I write an outline, and even if I don't. So I don't ever go through the writer's block. I go through stages in which I don't actually want to write, but I've never been stuck and said, and just stared at a blank page and said, no, I cannot write this. I have no ideas, because I always have an idea. And if I don't have an idea, I have a way of just making an idea happen, because I always turn on myself and just surprise myself with the things that could happen. So I want to say go through that one. No, this one is writers are night owls. That sounded like I said night towels, not night owls. The animal. I pronounced that horribly. Yeah. So no. I mean, like, I used to be. When I was younger, I would stay like up until 3 a.m. writing. But I cannot live my life without sleeping. So there's the thing in that. I cannot live my life without sleeping. If I don't have a good night's sleep, I know that I'm gonna be grumpy the entire day. So I don't put myself through that. And the last one is writers are broke. And I do have to agree with Meg in here. I am broke, totally, completely. So yes, that's the real thing. That's me. So now tell me, how many of these did you check in the boxes? And after that, yeah, you can leave any comment you want. You can make recommendations for books that you would like me to read, TV shows and movies you would like me to watch. You can also just say movie that you would like me to react, because this is about everything. This channel is about everything. It covers anything that I might like, so anything. And if you've got questions about writing, you've got to know that I'm gonna be uploading a whole bunch of writing blogs and all of that, and I'm gonna tell you what my process is and what I think about writing and how it is for me and all of these things, because I think that it is needed for me to just go through them, and especially because I want to just put my take on it out there. So I'm gonna be doing that. So you're very much welcome to subscribe and ring the notification bell, because it's gonna come up, and anything. And you can tell me actually anything. You can search me up in social media. I'm gonna leave the links to it. If not, you can go to my information tab and it's everything there. And well, that's it for today's video. So always remember to be positive, kind, and curious, and that's my cue to leave.